Well, it's a stormy morning. Storm Alley has arrived here in the west of Ireland. There's been lots and lots of leaves coming down. As is usual, Bealtaine Cottage seems to be very protected. A lot of the wind is happening sort of up there. Down here you can see it's quite still. There's some pretty big gusts coming in. But it seems to be that the trees, the top of the trees is catching the wind and sort of filtering it. But down along sort of ground level it seems to be quite still. So I'll just go out the back and have a little look. Come on, Jack. I have to make a decision as to whether I drive down to Clifton, because that's basically driving down along the west coast. We'll see. I won't lose the run of myself. I'll just measure things up and see how things are going. I'll catch the news now in a moment as well. And just see the storm is just catching, like I say, the tops of the trees. And yet down here, look, it's very still. And again, look up there, big ash tree. Moving about a fair bit. You see? And down here it's very still. There's hardly a leaf shaking. The clouds are moving very quickly. They seem to be moving from the southwest, which is that way. And of course it's very interesting to note that there's a hill up here, you see. This is the hill of Ballyfermoyne, and as I've always said, I'm on a north facing slope, so it's sloping down. It's sloping down this way. Okay, that is directly south. Directly south. So the storm is coming from the southwest, which is over there. So in this situation, with the hill on the south side of me, I'm actually very protected. Never thought about any of these things when I was first looking at this property 14 years ago. It seemed to be very disadvantageous to have the hill on the south side, in that, you know, you wouldn't be getting all the lovely sun and everything as much. But you see, as it's turned out, with the way these storms are going, and of course they've been carried in from the Atlantic Ocean, and invariably they're coming in from the southwest. So Bealtaine is geographically very protected. It's ironic. It's really ironic, considering that this little property was valued for so little, because of course that was one of the disadvantages, you know, a north-facing slope. So there you go. Sometimes things work out and you're not really aware of why that's so. All the little birds are flying in here. There's a big patch of blue sky up there, where the wind is obviously really kind of, you know, blowing and clearing the sky, and then you can see all the clouds here. So I can say now that the storm is blowing from the southwest towards the northeast. So it looks as though it's blowing away from the coast now. It looks as though it's well and truly travelling inland. We'll see anyway. I'm going to go and boil the kettle and make some coffee. There's all the little birds flying in. Bless them. I'm going to go and boil the kettle and make some coffee and sit out here on the veranda and just keep a little eye on the sky and see what's happening. But there, look, you can see all that blue sky now. And then the cloud which is shifting over here towards the northeast. So I think that looks like a good portent. I always look through the little archway over there just to see the polytunnel, if that's still okay. And yes, it is. So there we go. Jack's standing in there saying, "Oh, come back in. You haven't even got your dressing gown on, Mum." Yes, I know I haven't, but it's not cold, Jack. When there's a storm, it's not usually very cold. Because blowing in from the... Yeah, you're talking. Blowing in from the southwest would bring quite a fair bit of warmth with it. And of course it's picking up the warmth from the ocean itself. I bet the Atlantic Ocean today looks a bit dramatic. Right, okay. Well, I hope it's a very good morning wherever you are, or a very good evening wherever you are. For the moment, today, the first day of my little journey, blessings to you all, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye bye.